3 days plus like 3 more. Twice the death, double the moons. Hello internet, it's Vyndichat here for a Vyndichat number 7? Question mark? Because I don't check the number before these ever, so yeah, but number 7. Let's go with that. So yeah, welcome to the show. Here's where we talk about video game personal bullshit. And this week we geek out about the fact that Majora's Mask is coming out in like a week. Oh my flipping god. I'm your host Vyndichat, and I don't have any accolades to be famous for. So hi. We're gonna talk about some gaming news, because that's what we do. Like I said, first things first. Video games, obviously, and specifically Majora's Mask. So, last 2 weeks I've been kind of showing off some of my Zelda merchandise. Well, this week we get to see something that I have got through some illicit means that I'm not going to explain. Point is, check it out. This is a stupid poster, but I love it. Here, can I just stick it right here? No. Okay, here we go. The Road to Meet a Terrible Fate 2015. Majora's Mask 3DS. Rated E10+ for animated blood, fantasy violence, and suggestive themes. Wait, Do they mean, like, sexual themes? Because I don't remember there being a whole lot of sexual themes in what I've heard of Majora's Mask. I've never played Majora's Mask, like, all the way through. I've played through the first temple, and that's it. So yeah, I got this poster, actually, from a friend who works at Walmart, I'm just gonna say that. And they had, like, an extra one. And so he's like, here, this one got, like, dirty. So, do you want it? And I'm like, yes. And so, voila, I have this awesome Majora's Mask poster that you probably can see, hopefully. Well, this weird plastic material, I kind of like, I think it was meant to stick on, like, glass or something, because it's, like, kind of transparent. It's, like, really, really static. Like, you can stick it on, like, anything. Like, I had this, like, fake wood bookshelf, and I've been sticking it on the side there. It's, like, right across the room. God, I'm burping a lot. But yeah, so I got that awesome poster. And then, this actually, I did not plan this out. I just totally forgot that these were coming out. I bought 2 more Zelda things, so now I don't have to try and figure out, like, what to, like, show off this week. Because then these are 2 pretty big things. This is my opinion. Let's see, which one should we open first? I got Amiibos, so we were gonna open the Sheik one, and then I wonder what the other one could be, seeing I only buy, like, Legend of Zelda Amiibos. So yeah, this is the Sheik one. I think, if I'm right, Zelda Wii U and 3DS or whatever, they actually based the design off of the canceled Twilight Princess appearance for Sheik. Because if you look in the concept art, Sheik actually was going to be in Twilight Princess, which I thought would have been amazing. Like, I could totally see how they would have put it in. But, whatever, no Sheik, we'll live. How's a Deku nut for anyone who didn't know? Come on, Sheik, you know you want to come out. So here we go, I don't know how close I'm going to be, but yeah. Here is the Sheik Amiibo. It's probably really out of focus, but I like how the hair is, like, sticking up like that, like, in an action pose. I think it's weird, like, this one actually has, like, a stand. Like, I think Link does it? Yeah. Link has a stand, and it's, like, this yellow bar, while Sheik has this weird clear plastic thing. I don't know. I mean, they do that for stability, so that way, like, you don't, like, knock the thing off the stand, because otherwise you only got this little contact point right there. So, it's alright. I'm just saying, the quality on these has actually surprised me a lot. You can see where the casting was done, though, because on here there's, like, little lines on the hair. I don't know if you can really see that, but there's, like, a line right across there where you can see where, like, they, like, inject molded or however they did this. It's from the manufacturing process, and there's, like, little bits and pieces that are kind of sticking off. But otherwise, overall, it's a really good model, so here we go. And the other one, wait, here we go. Fucking kidding me. And the other one is Toon Link, who is massive, actually. Like, I didn't realize how big his model was going to be. I guess it was supposed to kind of be, like, so that way he's, like, proportionate, but holy shit, he is big. I mean, it kind of, like I said, it makes sense, but, oh, whoa. It's kind of hard to tell, probably from the camera, but he's got, like, this weird, like, not, like, quilted pattern, I guess, for his tunic. I never actually noticed that. That's really cool. He's got, like, it's, like, checkered, kind of like Long John, like, thermal pants, if you ever seen those, like that. Master Sword looks really good, also. all these little gold dots everywhere. It's amazing the quality they put into these. Yeah, the shield from Wind Waker at the beginning. I think it's also the same one that you get in Phantom Argos. I mean, not Argos. Spirit Tracks. I think you also get that exact same shield at the beginning. There we go. The gang's all here. Wait, let's turn him so you can see him. Except for Ganondorf, because he's not announced yet, which is dumb. I want my Ganondorf statue. Oh, God, Nintendo, give me Ganondorf. If you haven't noticed, Ganondorf has gotten much better than in the old Smash, like in Brawl. So, I'm looking forward to that. And then in gaming news, I don't know if there's really anything to talk about for, like, gaming news this week. I mean, I guess, like, the only big thing, and this is kind of Zelda-related again, is that they talked about a Legend of Zelda Netflix series, and I don't know what to think about that. Because back in 1989, they made a cartoon series, and it was, like, animated and all that. It's, like, really, really 1980s, I guess is the way to put it, because it's, like, really, really, like, kid humor, like, excuse me, princess, if you didn't know, that's where that's from. And it's kind of got, like, a bunch of, like, convoluted plot points, or, like, things that just happen to work out in the long run. I don't know, like, imbecile minions. Like, there's an episode where all the minions are like, dude, Ganondorf, GTFO, we're gonna throw you in this bubble so you can't kill anyone, and then they just throw in a bubble, and they try to take the Triforce, and then nothing happens, and they just suck at it, and they keep killing themselves. It's funny. If they make a Netflix one, I'm really hoping that they do keep the sound, like, protagonist. I mean, I'm not gonna hate them if they don't, because, I mean, we've been waiting so long for, like, Link to have legitimate voice acting, but that's, like, the magic of it is that he doesn't have voice acting, and that you make the choices. Like, you can have text in the game, but he never speaks it. It's always like, you choose what to speak. Or, you, double plus good, you say, double speak. 1984, whatever. That's the big thing. And I think, on Twitter, Zelda Williams, if you didn't know, is Robin Williams' daughter. She was actually named after Zelda from the Zelda series, because Robin Williams was a big fan, which he definitely needs to get a cameo. I don't care what anyone says. Nintendo, please, give us a cameo for Robin Williams. He deserves it. He is so funny, and he was such a good man. He deserves at least something. I don't care if it's, like, an item. I don't care if it's a sign. I don't care if it's, like, some random character that you never talk to unless you go to a secret room, like in Link to the Past. I just want him to be in the game. And the point is, though, Zelda Williams made up two good points. The sound protagonist thing, which is going to be hard. I can imagine it working, but they're going to really have to try to jump that hurdle. And then the other thing she brought up was trying to, like, take all this humor that the series is famous for and making it, like, not, like, imbecilic. Kind of like what the cartoon did. Like, enemies that are really, really easy to kill, pot smashing, cutting grass. Like, how much do you do fan service and how much do you do, like, storyline? Like, the manga. I think like, if they based the series off the manga makes a really good starting point for the series because it takes, like, the series as a whole, like, Ocarina of Time, and it adds enough to it that it makes sense. Like, there's characters that are added in, but the major things that we care about are still in there. And they don't focus on, like, the plot, like, the pot smashing as much as, like, I'm being a little kid smashing pots, like we all did when we were, like, 9. Now it'll be, like, oh, like, you might, like, smash a pot, and then it'll be, like, oh, it's the one thing I needed in this moment. Like, I needed one more arrow. And so that arrow's gonna be, like, in a pot on the other end of the room, and so you need to use your hookshot and, like, break the pot. And then you need to hookshot over there and get the arrow. And then use that last arrow for the last attack to finish off whatever boss you're fighting. It needs to be like that. It needs to be theatrical. It needs to be dramatic. They've done more and more in later games, like, Skyward Sword was, like, I swear it was like a soap opera at times. It was just like, oh, wait, let me put my coffee down. Like that. So dramatic. And over the top, but that's what we loved about it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the Netflix. I think I'm gonna look forward to it. It's very early stages, so there's a lot more, and I think they're gonna really listen to the fan feedback, because that's what Zelda's about. Like, they don't make bad games, unless it's made by Philips, but we don't talk about those. But Nintendo does not make bad games. They really do their best, and they put every inch of effort into it. The Wii U was built for Zelda, which is actually kind of cool in my opinion. So all this aside, personal news. What have I been up to? Really not a whole lot. I mean, like I said, my usual college thing's been going on. Nothing of interest really there, I guess. I could talk, like, I'm in a Spanish film class, but I can't really talk too much about that. I don't want to get into the politics of it, because it's a very political class. So we'll leave it there. But what I will talk about is my recent project. So, I think everyone has this idea when they're younger, where they're like, you know, I play a lot of video games, and I see all these things, I see these cameos, I see these mechanics, And for those of us who don't just play video games as, like, a media and see it more as an art, like, making a game is so much more than just, I'm gonna write a story and then just have someone make it for me. It's like, you need animation, art direction, music, you need, like, if you're, like, in Zelda, you need, like, people who are smart enough to make really complex puzzles. You need, like, really well-built and well-written characters, like, gaming, and then that's just the, like, more noticeable version of it. Like, you work down, like, if you work from the coding side of it, the as-if, else-if, like, making variables for everything, like, trying to make everything work together and trying to keep it, like, efficient is just, there's so much to it. And I just saw that, and I said, you know, I understand how complex this is to make, like, one game, and I've been thinking about a game for years, and I know this is extremely overambitious, and so rather than saying, I'm going to make this game, I'm going to make it in this time frame, and I'm going to get it, scratch my eye, and I'm going to get all the money I need on, like, Kickstart, I'm telling myself, I need to take a step back. Because the game I'm wanting to make is under codename Project FreeFall. That's what I'm calling it. I'm not working on it. I am writing it, I am concept arting it, but I am not going to start coding it. I'm not going to get too well into it. The only business thing I've been doing so far is I contacted one guy to ask if I could use his music in it in the future, and I told him, you have like 2 years to give me like an idea and an answer on what you want to do, because I'm not going to be getting to it for a while. So I'm really preempted, but at least I'm planting the seed in their mind. I've decided I want to make games in my free time, because I had a friend who did, and I don't know, kind of inspirational. I mean, it's kind of cool being able to like make people have fun, let them have fun, I guess is the best way to put it. And so I'm taking classes through Microsoft Virtual Academy. I'm not advertising for them. I'm not getting paid for it, like I said. I mean, the only thing I've done is I'm certified in HTML, CSS, and now GameMaker, and that's it. And I mean, like, that's like the introductory level of all of them. But I'm working on making 2D games using GameMaker. I'm working on C# right now, and my goal is I want to start developing in Unity. So, yeah. I'm pretty well off. I mean, I got a good computer and microphone, so at least I can start like working on it if I want. Unity's the goal. I want to get to the point where I can work with Unity, and so I gotta work with GameMaker first. So, I do want to say, though, I want to give you a little bit of, like, art from it, and I might give you a little synopsis on the game. Not too much, because, like I said, it's very up in the air. This has been just a game I've been thinking about for, like, honest to God, 5 years. We all have this idea that we're living, like, this game world. Like, oh, if I was a sim, like, why is it that I go into the bathroom and then I, like, forget where I'm going and you turn around? Like, we all feel like we're in a game at times, that we're in a simulation. It's just a thing that everyone comes up with when they play video games. Applying that in my mind, we're all just, like, joke around, we're all would be like, oh, go into the bathroom. You're in levels from like, 98% to 2% or something stupid like that. But I imagined that, and I got to the point where I just saw, like, stat changes in my head. I see, like items having, like, different effects on the game. I see, like, values, and it's kind of, like, crazy. Like, not like I physically see them, but I just imagine if I was in a video game, how would it all work? And so, Project FreeFall came to mind. So, that's what it is. It's pretty much, like, a game about me. The main character is pretty much going to start out as, like, this kid who starts in middle school, or whatever the point is. He's going to start out as, like, this kid who kind of like a schmuck, but he fits in. My own transformation to who I am today. Because when I was in middle school, I kind of just followed the trend of everyone else. I said, everybody else wears baggy jeans, everybody else wears sweatshirts, everybody else likes listening to this type of music, that's what I should be. And so I went with it. And I never was happy. I always said, why am I being someone else when I can't be me? But I never had the balls to change. I just kept saying, it'll pay off in the end. I mean, I have friends now. No one liked me the way I was before. I should stay the way I am now. As the game continues, it's going to have, like, it's going to be, like, accelerated a couple of years. The character's going to, like, through the course of the game, really transform themselves and realize who they are. For me, I went from wearing baggy jeans to wearing skinny jeans. I immediately got called a faggot. I got called gay. I got called, like, a girl. I got called every name in the book. Why are you wearing skinny jeans? Men don't wear skinny jeans. And I'm going to try to, like, incorporate that into the game of, like, having to fight society to be who you want to be. They don't want you, like, everyone wants you to fit in with them, but you need to really stand out. That's kind of the point of the game. I don't know. It's hard to explain without, like, transferring it through, like, the digital media, but yeah, and it's gonna have, like, you're just gonna change over time to become more of, like, this independent person. It's gonna be indie. indie. It's gonna be an indie game about a kid becoming more indie. So haha. But that's gonna be what it's gonna be about, and it's gonna be like all these cameos in it, like using coffee is gonna be like the version of Estus Flask from like Dark Souls, because I just love that. It's gonna have a little bit like Scott Pilgrim-esque kind of humor and like interactions and mechanics. A couple things I wanted to bring in was like, I think Assassin's Creed. Like the way that your shoulders move around when you're walking in a crowd. Like that's kind of how I walk around actually in real life. Like when I'm in a crowd of people, I don't like wait for people to go around me. Like I kind of just cut through. Like I'm like, oh, shoulder front, move aside, move around them. Kind of like everybody else is an obstacle, and I'm just working my way through it. I want to bring that into like one point of the game. It's a very ambitious project, and I want it to be in full 3D. Just a couple of little things. Like I want it to feel like realistic. Like one of the other ideas I had was I got these bracelets. Okay, I get up on Hot Topic. I said, why don't I make these like membership cards for like factions? Like you can have like the faction that's like into like indie music or alternative music, and that's like one of your wristbands. And then once you get to the point where you get it, you get like there's like different levels of like relationships where you get like the shitty bands that like some people like to like the point where everybody likes that one band within like that faction. And so you have that. You have like the nerds, and so you get like nerdy wristbands, and so you get to the point where you get to like the top tier, like bullies, like on faction system. I'm gonna borrow like the idea of using like a cell phone as like the hub in the game for like the menu, or you're gonna have like the settings on the phone is actually gonna be the settings in the game. The map in the phone is gonna be text messages. I'm bringing in elements of Life is Strange, not the time mechanics, but kind of like the art style potentially. It's a very ambitious project to the point. So yeah, for Vyndichat Vlogs exclusive peek at Project FreeFall. That's not me, if you thought that. My hair isn't that long. And also I don't have boobs, so it's not me. But yeah, this is just the one little thing. Fallen girl. Yeah, not a reference to anything that I wear. Or anything at all. Definitely, not a reference. Not one of my favorite bands ever. So yeah, that's a little art style. So that's kind of Project FreeFall for anyone who cares. I don't know. Leave a comment if you think that it's a really shitty idea and tell me, or if you think that's something else I could add, and if it's good enough, I'll like tribute you and put you in the credits and be like, thank you, blah blah for the ideas and all that. Enough rambling. We're gonna finish off the copy, so as usual.
Vyndichat.
So yeah, have a good day. Yeah, get a life. Unlike me. Bye.